What if I told you that one of the most successful inventions in human history was a total, embarrassing disaster for 30 long years? It's sitting on your jacket right now. You use it every day without a second thought. But the zipper? It almost didn't happen. It was mocked, ignored, and flat out rejected. It was a 30-year war of engineering, public mockery, and crushing failure. This is the story of how a shoe fastener survived the odds to change the world. To understand the zipper, we have to go back to the late 19th century. Imagine a world where getting dressed was a legitimate, time-consuming labor. In the late 1800s, high-button boots were the height of fashion, but they were a nightmare. Fastening them required a button hook and a lot of patience. It was tedious, frustrating, and for anyone with back pain or limited mobility, it was almost impossible to do alone. This was the problem that needed a hero. Whitcomb Judson was a Chicago engineer with a vision. He saw the struggle and decided there had to be a mechanical solution to replace the button. In 1891, he patented the Clasp locker, but it wasn't the sleek device we know. It was a complex, bulky series of hooks and eyes joined by a slider. It was ingenious but deeply flawed. Each hook had to be perfectly aligned for the sliding clasp to join them. It was a finicky, heavy, and often unreliable mess. Judson bet everything on the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. This was the stage where the future was supposed to be born in front of millions. But instead of a triumph, it was a disaster. The clasp locker jammed. It popped open unexpectedly in public. In front of the world, Judson's dream failed. The public was skeptical. Why trust a machine to keep your clothes on when buttons were reliable? Judson didn't sell a single unit to the public. Even the U.S. Postal Service tried it for mailbags, but the fasteners jammed so often they canceled the order. The zipper was becoming a punchline. For 20 years, the company survived on life support. Judson died in 1909, believing his life's work had been a total and final failure. But the company had a new secret weapon, Gideon Sundback. He realized the problem wasn't the concept of a slider, it was the engineering of the teeth. Sundback ditched the hooks entirely. He studied how teeth could interlock using a simple but brilliant principle, the cup and the dimple. In 1913, he perfected the hookless number 2. By increasing the density to 10 teeth per inch, he created a fastener that was strong, flexible, and finally secure. But early zippers had a secret enemy, the laundry. They rusted so easily they had to be unstitched from clothes before washing and restitched after. Sundback's greatest genius wasn't the zipper, it was the machine he built to mass produce it. The SL machine could make hundreds of feet of zipper a day. It was still called a hookless fastener until 1923. That's when the B.F. Goodrich company put it on rubber boots and heard a specific sound. An executive loved the ZZ zip sound the slider made. He named the boots the Zipper. The name was so infectious, it replaced the invention's name. Early zippers were so unfamiliar to consumers that clothes actually came with small instruction manuals explaining how to pull the slider correctly. World War I was the ultimate proof of concept. The U.S. Navy ordered 10,000 for flight suits. If it worked in the sky under stress, it could work on the street. In the 1930s, zippers conquered the nursery. Marketing promised it would help kids dress themselves, fostering a new sense of childhood independence. Then came 1937. Esquire magazine famously declared the zipper the newest tailoring idea for men. The centuries-old button fly was officially on the way out. When Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, he was wearing zippers, airtight, high-tech fasteners that kept him alive in the vacuum of space, from boots to the moon. Today, the industry is dominated by YKK. They produce roughly half of the world's zippers. That's over 7 billion every single year, a global standard. The story of the zipper is a reminder that even the most simple ideas often require decades of failure, grit, and persistence to become indispensable. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden history of everyday things, hit like and subscribe. There are so many more stories to tell. I'll see you in the next one.